Guys, welcome to Top Percentile. My name is Anay Dave. I scored a 99.99 percentile in CET 2020. The Top Percentile is a one-stop solution for everything related to CET. So if you're new around here, welcome. This is a very good time to join our channel. You'll find a lot of content here that's going to be useful for you in the last 10 days of the CET exam. So as of now, CET is happening on the 25th and the 26th of March. And today is the 15th of March when I'm recording this. So by the time you're seeing this, there are probably 7 or 8 days left. And if you've not seen it so far, please watch the video on the most important strategy and the most important point that you need to remember while taking the D-Day exam. While you take the final paper, it'll be the most recent video that we made before this. So if you've not seen it, please watch that and come back here, because I promise you it's very important. And I'm going to build on this from what I said there, right? So a quick recap of the main point I said there. You'll see the main part there, but the one point that I mentioned there was that I used to try to solve 100 questions in 60 minutes, right? And this video is about how do you know, or how do you change your strategy based on if the paper is difficult, medium or easy, right? Because इसमें क्या होता है, बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स कहते हैं कि यार पेपर टफ आता है तो मैं IMS के मॉक्स में अच्छे से कर देता हूँ, क्योंकि वहाँ पे टफ क्वेश्चंस बस उठाने होते हैं और जितने सॉल्व कर लेते मार्क्स आ गए. People mess up easy. Some people mess up easy questions. Some people mess up tough papers, right? It's a variation, but a true topper who gets into JBIMS and who cracks the exam is someone who can attempt any type of paper and still get in, right? The point of me saying this is that if you are someone who's worked really hard and has put in the effort, JBIMS is going to be yours. You will be through the exam. Nothing's going to stop you, right? But I want you to keep in mind these 3 varieties of exams that can be there, right? Already discussed between sectional and jumble pattern what your strategy should be. Again, as I mentioned, see the video before this. You have everything explained there. But I'm telling you the 3 different difficulty levels. Let's start with the toughest, right? So if the paper is very tough, it's like an IMS level paper, then how do you go about it? Firstly, if you've seen IMS mocks, आपको पता है कि उसके toppers 110 पे होते हैं, 120 पे होते हैं. If you're scoring that much, you are still in the top 10 ranks, right? And we've mentioned this time and time again in our videos. Look at ranks, do not look at the score. You can score 80 and still be rank 1, and that's a great mock. And you can score 160 and still be ranked, let's say 1000, because everyone else has scored 180 plus, right? So what matters is the rank and how good you're doing in a competitive exam compared to others. It's a competitive exam. आप उनके साथ compete कर रहे हो. You have to do better than others. It doesn't matter what the exam is. You have to do better than them, right? So if it's a tough paper, I want you to keep in mind that what matters here is how well you can solve the tough questions, right? But let me bring in analogies here. So as I mentioned, my aim in the first hour is to solve 100 questions, right? If it's a very difficult paper, I'll probably be able to solve 60 to maybe 70 questions in the first hour, right? So let's say I do 60 questions in the first hour, or 70 for that matter, because these are easy questions, right? So I'm squeezing everything out of that mock and removing this one easy question that I can remove. So out of the 200 questions that you have at your disposal, you solve 70 questions, right? Now you have 1.5 hours left. It's a 150-minute paper. So you have 90 minutes left, right? And you've done 70 questions. There are 130 questions left. 130 questions, 90 minutes. Ratio seems bad, yes, but out of these, assuming that you've attempted those first 70 questions with your best abilities and you have given it your best, you should be getting an accuracy of around 90% in those, right? So 90% of the 70, you're still getting around 60 marks from that, right? Now the 130 questions that are left, you will go through these in the second round and you'll kind of just sieve through everything and see what else is a low-hanging fruit. Let's take those, let's squeeze out the marks that you can get from that. And I'm pretty sure that if you're able to remove marks from that, then go through a third round and then figure out which are the easier questions in the toughest questions now. If you can go through these rounds again and again, you'll very slowly reach 160 attempts, which is very ideal in a tough paper. Because if you can solve 160 attempts, your accuracy is going to be 70 to 80%. At 70 to 80%, you should be getting the top ranks in a very tough paper, right? Now, this will change based on the difficulty, it'll change based on how other people do, but I'm just saying in general, ऐसे होता है. और आपका strategy tough paper में वो होना चाहिए कि मैं try करूँगा 100 question करने मुझे 1 घंटे में, पर होगा नहीं वो. Maybe मेरे से 70 हो गया या फिर 80 हो गए, but उसके बाद मैं क्या करने वाला हूँ? What is the next step after that, right? So you keep figuring that out as you go. When it comes to a medium paper, when it comes to a medium exam, this is something like a test funda or something like a time as well. For some of them, I think time is still more on the easier bucket. Let's just take test funda for now. But test funda exams are more medium level, and what they try to do in their mock variations is that when they give you questions, you'll be able to solve, let's say, 90 questions in the first 1 hour, right? You'll be reaching towards that goal that you want to reach the 100 mark, but you're reaching 80s to 90s. That means it's probably a medium level paper, right? Now in the next 1 hour, you still have to keep going fast because for a medium paper, you still have to attend 170 questions. You've only done 90 so far. There are 80 questions left to do in 150 minutes minimum actual attempts. You still have 110 questions to do, but you see how the ratio is reducing, right? Earlier there were 130 questions left and you have to do around, I think I said 70, right, in the next half. The second question, in the second part of it, you want to solve, 130 and 90. 130 questions, 90 minutes. In the second part, you are now doing 120 or 110. You're doing that in 90. But these questions are also a lot easier, right? They might be a lot easier because you've kind of gone through it and it's a medium level paper. So you want to just keep going through it as fast as you can. Again, go through a second round, go through a third round and get to it, right? The third, which is probably the most challenging because people don't think about this and people don't prepare for it, is a very easy paper. Easy papers are where you can actually just attempt 120 questions in 60 minutes or maybe even 100 questions in 60 minutes. अगर वैसा पेपर आया तो आपको क्या करना है? When you are at the 1 hour mark, you don't have to stop at that point. You have to go faster at that point because everyone is getting the marks that you are. Make sure that you are getting the next 100 to 80 questions, how much are left in a shorter period of time, and make sure you're doing it right? So you always have to keep on thinking about what the others are doing and how things are going to go, right? So a quick summary so that you can just watch this part of the video and everything else is not required. If it's a tough paper, rather, for every type of question, every type of paper, be it difficult, medium or easy, your strategy is to try to do 100 questions in 60 minutes. In a difficult paper, you'll be able to do 60. In a medium paper, you'll be able to do 80 to 90. In an easy paper, you'll do 100 or 120, right? Now, in a difficult paper, once you've done those 60, you have lesser questions to focus on. Everyone is struggling with those. So you focus on picking the easiest questions and getting those right. And then you again focus on picking the easiest questions, then you do those right. In the medium one, you have to kind of balance it in picking up and doing fast, right? And an easy question, you just have to go as fast as you can and keep solving as much as you can. If you follow this strategy, that's all you require, but just keep remembering that if it's an easy paper, everyone is doing it fast, you have to be faster. If it's a difficult paper and you are already a topper, you have to keep solving the way you have been doing because if it's difficult for you, it's hell for the others, right? So to keep at it, this is something that I've heard again and again from my mentors during my CET prep, but it's very important that this mindset sets into you and it is something that is a very good stronghold in your entire brain throughout the 2.5 hours, throughout the last few days of the exam, throughout the entire time, right? So that's this video, but please stay tuned to our channel. You'll find a lot of content. We're putting a next video about how many mocks you should take, how you should strategize over the next 1 week, and a lot of content over motivation, right? So again, if you've still not seen the video that I mentioned, please check it out. It's a very important video for how your strategy should be based on jumbled or sectional. This video covers easy, difficult, and hard mock, easy, difficult, and medium mocks or final exams, and the further videos will be about D-Day motivation in the last 1 week of prep, right? So I'll see you in the next one, and yeah, bye. See you.